I love the reading. In Mark chapter 12, in the course of his teaching, Jesus said to the crowds, "Beware of the scribes who like to go around in long robes and accept greetings in the marketplaces, seats of honor in the synagogues, and places of honor at banquets. They devour the houses of widows, and as a pretext recite lengthy prayers. They will receive a very severe condemnation." And now here's what's interesting about the reading this week. It tells us that Jesus sat down opposite the treasury. Can't you just imagine him sitting down there and looking over at the treasury and observing? It says he observed how the crowd put money into the treasury. He didn't just observe that they were putting money into the treasury, he observed how they were putting money in the treasury. It says many rich people put in large sums, and a poor widow also came and put in 2 small coins worth a few cents. Now, after his observation, he called the disciples together. He called them to himself, and he said to them, "Amen, I say to you, this poor widow put in more than all the other contributors to the treasury, for they have all contributed from their surplus wealth, but she, from her poverty, has contributed all she had, her whole livelihood." Now, what I think is interesting about this is that Jesus not only observes how much they put in, but he seems to know whether they are wealthy or whether they are impoverished. And he draws a conclusion, and that is that the heart is attached to the money in some way. In other words, you can kind of see where a person's heart is at in what they give compared to what they have. And it's a lot easier to give $100 if you have $100,000. But if all you have is $100 and you give $100, you gave everything. And Jesus is making that connection in our readings today.